Once you've created a custom table in Act, the next step is to populate that table with fields. Custom tables are available as an add-on to your Act subscription. In this video, I want to show you how to create and edit fields for your custom table, as well as set up security for fields that may contain sensitive data. So to create a field, let's begin by going to the Custom Tables menu at the top, and we're going to choose Manage Custom Tables. Once the Manage Custom Tables window opens, we need to load the table that we're working with. So I'm using my support table. I want to make sure that appears in the drop-down at the top. And then on the left, let's create our first field by going to the Field Management area and clicking Create Field. Now the first field I want to create is called Support Level. This is going to be a character field, and under the Additional Settings area, I will allow blank values, and I do want to generate history whenever this field changes. But for this field, I have a drop-down list that I want to use. So I'm going to check that box, and then if I haven't yet created this drop-down list, I can manage my drop-down lists from here. I'm going to create a new drop-down, and this drop-down list will be called Support Level. It's going to be a character type, and for a description, I'll just type in Gold, Silver, or Bronze support. I don't want users to edit the items in this list because it's a fixed list, so I'll uncheck that box and then click Next. And now let's just put in these 3 levels that I mentioned. And since I want the levels to remain static, I'm just going to enter the number 1 and put gold. Then I'll click Add. Then I'll do 2 silver, add, and 3 bronze. And now I'll click Finish. Okay, my drop-down is all finished, so I can close this window. And now in my drop-down list from my Manage Fields area, I'll scroll down and look for Support Level. And now click Next. I don't have any default values for this, and it's not a sequential field, so I'm going to click Next. And for my drop-down options, I do want to limit this to List. I don't want to allow multi-select, and I can leave the rest of these boxes unchecked and click Next. Act has all the information it needs, so I'll click Next once more so that it can make this change to the database. And now it's finished, so I will click Finish. And there we have it. My new field has been created. I'm going to create a couple more fields really quickly, one for start date and one for end date. So let's create a new field. We'll call this one Start Date. This is going to be a date field, and I do want to generate history whenever it changes. And now I can just click Next and Finish. And I'll do one more for end date. Okay, now I have the 3 fields that I want: Support Level, Start Date, and End Date. You can edit any field that you've created by highlighting it on the right and click the Edit Field link. You can also delete any fields that you've created, but be careful. If you delete any fields, you'll lose all of that data permanently. If you'd like to set up security against any of these fields, that's easy to do also. Let's say I want to secure the support level that's chosen for each contact. I'll highlight Support Level and then click Field Security. Act lets me know that it needs to lock the database in order to do this. So since nobody else is using my database right now, I'll click Yes. And now I'm going to set the default permission for all users to be read only. And to confirm this, I'll click Yes. But now I need to set specific permission overrides for specific users or teams in Act. So to do this for any of my users or teams, I can click them in the list and then click the Edit button. For me, I'm going to change my access from read-only to full access. I'll click Apply and OK. So all other users will have read-only permissions, but I will have full access. Now I can close my field security window. So now that we've created fields for our custom tables, the next step is to design the layouts that our users will see in Act.